What's going on, everyone? Jake Morgan, Shady Creek Marina, El Dorado, Kansas. Today I got a 2020 Lund 1875 Impact XS I want to show off. This is a one-owner boat that was traded into us on a fiberglass Ranger. This engine has 185 hours on it. It is the original package engine. The trailer looks to be in great condition. Does not appear as if it's ever been ran into anything on either of the fenders, or either of the fenders have ever been replaced. Swingway tongue does have a coupler on it for the surge brake engagement. It does have disc brakes underneath there, I can see. Let's take a look a little closer at the exterior of this boat. The hull bottom, here we are in the port side bow. This looks great. I don't see any signs of any repairs. I don't see any signs of any impacts. I don't see signs of any purposeful beaching or repeated beaching. Get the other side of the spare there. Yeah, the whole bottom looks just fine. The exterior of this boat has the wear and tear you would expect of a 4 going on 5 model year fishing boat with this many hours that's actually been used. The biggest mark on the exterior is this here on the port bow. By no means is this compromising or in need of repair. It is just the biggest mark on the outside. And they did just dent it in a little bit, but nothing that needs addressed, nothing that's going to cause you any problems in the future, nothing that's going to make the fish not want to eat your worm. Now, there's some marks like this from, this is kind of repeated. It was tied up poorly. It's just in the decal. No, and some stuff like this, just from, man, I ain't working my camera work. Just some stuff like that you would expect from a boat that's been used. The transom does have some kind of weird marks on it, and I think it's from the cover flapping around. You can see it's kind of peppered. I think that's from a clip waving back and forth and beating up on the transom there. You got that on the port and the starboard side. But again, nothing that needs repaired, nothing structurally compromising, not by any means. Do a slow pan across the starboard exterior here for you. So up here in the bow, we got a Minnkota Taroba, 60-inch shaft, 24-volt on a quick release bracket. This does have iPilot, and it does have iPilot link, and it is linked to this Helix 10 up here in the bow. And this trolling motor does have down imaging built into the transducer. It does have one of these little whisper nut things on here. It does have a removable foot pedal. And does have a removable power plug. So this whole trolling motor assembly could be rather quickly deleted, and the previous owner does have the cushions that they snap there and lie up in the bow here and make a seat back and seats. All right, y'all, we are inside the boat now. Gonna take a look. Starting up in the bow. Let's power on this Helix 10. Again, this entire trolling motor setup is removable. Quick release plug, quick release foot pedal. Take all that out, and you can put pads in here and here. All right. We're not in the water, so we're not going to get any readings on anything, obviously, but everything is running through and working how it should. Alright. Underneath here, you have a, I don't know if you can see that, there's a, this is ran, the thin one is ran to the console. There we go. Thin one's ran to the console, thick one is ran all the way to the splash belt, the transom. So that's nice for future rigging purposes. Alright. This is the port side storage in the bow, underneath the lid. We do have this mesh on the port and the starboard side. Draining, plumbed bait well or live well there in the front. And then this is storage here. Okay. There's your GPS puck for the trolling motor. There's your plug-in receptacle for the onboard charger. It is a 3-bank onboard charger. It will do both the trolling motor batteries and the crank battery. Fuel fill, pop-up cleats, 45-degree T-track, and this boat does come with a good amount of accessories that work with that track. All the glass looks good. Coming down here into the cockpit, I guess the bike seat. Bike seat looks good. Our locking rod box. This is where that charger is mounted. I did test that out and used it to charge everything up before I shot this video. It worked great. Dual shocks. Let's fire this one up. Looking at our dash, tilt steering, stereo controls. That's the remote for the Talon. Okay. That is reading off the transducer on the transom. Give that a minute to acquire GPS. It just turned on our bilge. Yep. Aerator, yep. Horn works. These are gauges. Don't look clouded over at all. They look good. In here you got the remote for the trolling motor and then some extra accessories for these T-tracks. Storage underneath the port side console, speaker. There it found us. And here we are. Pew, pew, pew. All right, quality of the seats. I didn't see any issues with any of the upholstery on the seats. No tears. Nothing of that nature. You know, my main reason for doing these videos is to instill confidence in an out-of-state buyer. You don't want to drive 10 hours for something that all you got is a dozen photos. Live well, this divider does come out. It was actually out. I put it back in. Underneath the port side jump seat, you just got additional storage. These jump seats do go down. Here on the starboard side, oh, main battery disconnect, battery switch, that's our crank battery. Would go down. That battery is from summer of 24. That down. That's for another chair. That is a ski tow receptacle. It does have the ski tow. This would be a pretty good fish and ski option between the bow pads to sit up there and the ski tow and the full windshield and the bimini top. The bimini top is a Lund integrated track system one, so that's nice. You can slide it back and forth and get different shaded areas. Let's take a look at the trolling motor batteries. Trolling motor batteries are unknown. Do not know. Yeah. I'm guessing 21 based off those L and K stickers. Alright. That's really about everything to show off. You got your boarding ladder there on the starboard side, access to your pumps there. The Talon does fold down. It's on one of those fold brackets there. We're running a stainless prop. I did run this up and down. Alright. That's about all I got to show you. Thanks, folks.